I was approached by a letter, and then I got in contact with them in London, and they gave me all the dates they were going to come then, and then we arranged how much they would give us for doing it. They were very good and very upfront with everything, and they were good while they were here, weren't they? Yeah.
At the time, didn't they? We were trying to get a community room, weren't we?
Yeah, at the time, yeah, we were trying to get a community room at the time and hoping they would help us, but that didn't arise. The only thing they did was at that time I was doing a sponsored slim, and they said whatever money they had left they would give us, which they did, to buy our bingo machine.
Yeah. Talking to all of them in our community room in between filming breaks. We had a couple of them in my flat and had a drink. It was very good memories, and how the BBC came here, and because our flats are quite reasonable, it wasn't possible to film that, so they used to put graffiti everywhere before they started filming, and then once the filming was over, it was all washed off. My son had some photos took with the stars while they let them take photos.
They'd always say when they were coming and what time they were hoping to finish. It was the most horrendous was the riots, because it was till 3 o'clock in the morning then. Yeah, they had, we had to put the lights out, and then they'd give us a wire when they wanted the lights on. And when he was singing, going along, and he kicked the ash bin, and then people had to come out. Not our people, they had to come out on the verandas and shout down for him to keep quiet and that.
Mm.
And then they asked us to put all the trimmings in the windows and that, because it was Christmas, and they had a Christmas tree on the where the cars are out there, done in cement with just big bows on. And then as the riots finished, so a paper carrier came with all little children, and then they went round the Christmas tree and sang carols and that. Very good it was.
That was been 93, wasn't it? That had been Christmas 93, do you think?
That was 93, that
Christmas
was.
93,
Yeah,
yeah.
93.
The blow-up dolls at the back of Mandela House, which is whitemead House. That was great fun. And down in the garages where they found the gold watch, they used one of the garages for that. That was good. They were very nice people to chat to, and it was nice to have them here, because they come here for 2 or 3 years on the different years. It was just nice, and when they filmed the yellow brick road running up the road, of course we didn't see none of that until it was put on the BBC. It was just them going up the road, and the main road outside. When they wanted to film them in the three-wheeler, they used that road. They closed it off, and they used it at night, because all the filming was done from about midnight till about 3 or 4 in the morning, because they wanted it dead quiet and they didn't want any noise while they were filming, so that was the best time. And we always got invited down to their wagons they had for their meals, and we used to have a meal down there with them, and it was very, very, very good.
Well, we didn't meet. I personally didn't meet many of the cast or the crew. We did meet David, Jason, and we met Rodney, and some people met Buster. I forget his name now. But they were very sort of friendly.
Yeah.
You know, they're very
Yeah.
they were very friendly, and there didn't appear to be any of the sort of we were stars sort of thing. You know, so we don't sort of talk to the likes of council tenant. There's nothing of that attitude. They were very good, and the crew were quite good
Yeah,
as well. weren't
I
they?
met them
Yeah.
because it was all done from my block. So when they weren't working to go out to the car when it was a funeral and that, they were in the hallway over in.
Yeah, Shirley met them more than I did.
And Jonathan Llewellyn was the site manager on the riots, and he was very good. Yeah, they were all very good. I mean, they had us down there on the last one when it was the contraband, was it?
Yeah, yeah.
And so they were down there, and they had cameras with the black sheet over there, and they let us stand behind, and you could see
Monitors.
what they were filming, wasn't it? They were
Yeah.
very good, and would take the time, the crew and that, with anybody that was stood there that asked when they were busy. Because, I mean, it's not only the people that lived here came, people from round and about came, and they were stood back on the grass.
Well, when they did the riot scene, I had to go up onto the roof in the block next door, and we were up there, and it was so realistic. But before it happened, the helicopter coming in, as it approached the building, the lights all went out and nearly went into the top of the building. So that was a bit scary, but nothing happened. So it was good luck. But that was a very, very realistic scene. Unfortunately, one of the chaps got a bit hurt, so that's how realistic that it was. And I think the other one was when they had the Christmas tree, and they had all the children from a local school singing around the Christmas tree. Very, very, very realistic and good. And so, yeah, it's very good. And I think having the talking to some of them, like talking to Dalboy's wife one evening, I had a long chat to her, and she was very nice to speak to, very nice.
We weren't allowed to take pictures. Only the pictures, all I had was all the rubbing in that from the riots left down there, because they torched a car, and then we had the helicopter came right down between the three flats, and we had the police on horseback and the ambulances.
Yeah, well, they will remember that because he's obviously seen that particular program anyway.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it was so realistic that it actually was frightening. You know, I mean, I felt scared, not physically scared because I knew I couldn't do any harm, but the atmosphere it created really made you feel you were witnessing a riot scene, you know. And that was probably the best one, the one that sticks in my mind more than anything else. They used my garage on about 3 occasions. They used to have the garage when he found the watch, you know, the
hunters.
The watch, yeah. And they used it when he had brought home the
Contraband.
The contraband, yeah. When he came in with the smuggling and the
He was into one of them
in the
was
motor-
stowaway inside,
still,
wasn't it?
that's right. And the third time was when he had the Capri Gear, when he bought the Capri Gear, the green thing, they were outside the garage then. So they used the garage, and that wasn't a problem. I just had to get all my stuff out. I think the first time I used it, I think it was the caretaker. He's not here anymore. I think the caretaker, for some reason unknown to me, known to himself, and sort of nominated me or said, "Ask Mr. Dyke," you know. Yeah, and of course they did. And I was agreeable. Not that we got a lot out of it because we didn't, but that wasn't the point. It's being involved, I think, was more important than anything else. And then subsequently, at subsequent events, they came straight to me then, could we use the garage again, which is what they did. And we actually had people coming in cars subsequently, riding around saying which was the garage that they found Only Fools and Horses. And on one occasion, I was in my garage, outside the garage, doing something with the car. And this car pulled up, and it was Welsh people. I said, "Excuse me, are you telling me we're Fools and Horses? We're at the garage. Are you used?" I said, "Well, this is the one." They were all excited. Oh, you know. So
We get a lot of people come here taking
so I clicked
photographs.
£100 shuffle and the kids, but no, I didn't, obviously. But yeah, so that was a sort of my little claim to involvement, really. Not hardly a claim to fame, but involvement. Having said that, if they want to come back and do another series, we'd be only too happy to let them come back.